Alarm NBA DFS Show with Jon Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Playbook Preview Show. We got 5 games for Tuesday's DraftKings main slate. Grande, so we talked about on the live show on Monday, the NBA season. We're hitting the home stretch here. Final month of the year coming up. Couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks, I think we have left in the regular season. So only a handful of shows left for us, like 10 or so shows left for us here when it comes to the NBA DFS Preview Show. Obviously, we don't do the playoff content, so for video, we'll be transitioning fully to the MLB DFS content for live, and obviously, we're already doing the preview show for that as well, but just going to kind of continue to send out reminders here every so often on these shows, get you guys ready for what we got going on here on the channel. We do appreciate all the support you guys have had with us going all the way back to October when the NBA season started. Grande and I were here bringing you the NBA DFS preview and live show, so many thanks to you guys who showed up each and every night to support us. Absolutely appreciate it. Grande, 5 games here. We have Detroit second leg of a back-to-back, Phoenix second leg of a back-to-back. That may be it, I think, for the main. Dallas also second leg here of a back-to-back as well. So we got that going on. Obviously, Detroit had ruled out a bunch of their guys in the front leg here against the Thunder. So I would imagine they'll be back in tow here against Toronto at home. Because, as I alluded to last week, teams don't like to rest their stars at home. They'll rest them on the road. So that's what they had going on here. Cade's still going to be out, though. You don't have to worry about that.
Is it? I know he's I think there's I think you're right, but I think that there's
working him back.
I think, I'm pretty sure it's going to be sooner rather than later that he's back.
He is 10-7, but obviously he's on the slate. Giannis is out, Cade is out. So we have no players up over $10,000 on this slate here. So it should be pretty interesting. Excuse me. If we do look at the point guard position, Cooper Flagg's 97, Devin Booker's 94, Jalen Brunson's 93. Ryan Rollins is $9,100. They obviously don't have Kevin Porter Jr. They don't have Giannis here. Rollins is probable.
He's probable, yeah.
Obviously, we've seen Rollins have a lot of success this year when the team's essentially been his. Is Miles Turner out too?
No, he's
Portis.
Turner's in.
Portis
has missed a couple games.
Yeah, Portis has already ruled out. Okay. So that's your top 4 point guards in the 9K tier. Obviously Booker's been on a ridiculous heater. Cooper Flagg in a really great spot, as is in Ryan Rollins on the other side. Brunson might have the toughest matchup, but it's Jalen Brunson. He's live to score at any time.
Yeah, obviously Dallas is going to be very dependent on what they get back, if anything, without Najee Marshall and PJ Washington on the Monday slate. So we'll see what they have available Tuesday. But Flagg would look great if neither of those guys suit up. Booker has a massive ceiling, and Brunson is awesome. I don't love this spot for Jalen Brunson, as you mentioned, but obviously, we're in playoff mode. 39, 40, 37 minutes for Brunson the last 3 games. As the Knicks just try to get to the 2 seed, they're doing their best. Rollins is a little bit interesting. We've gotten a couple ceiling performances out of him lately. It's just, it's the battered and the bruised. This team is a nightmare. No Giannis, no Portis. KPJ's out for the year. They're just a bad team.
He's got a really good usage rate when it's basically the Ryan Rollins show.
He does.
So
yes, he sure does.
And Dallas is definitely not a team that is really good defensively. Obviously,
good, just good.
They're not good. Yeah, they're not a good team, and they're not great defensively either.
No.
LaMelo at 85. Obviously, he had some really good performances there. Had a bit of a stinker against Boston. Now he gets Brooklyn, who's playing absolutely no defense. Amin Thompson's $8,100. We've seen him have some really nice scoring games. Danis, $69. Jalen Suggs, $6,900. What are your thoughts on those 4?
I wrote it in the playbook on Sunday, and I know it didn't obviously pan out for LaMelo because he missed all his shots in the first half. There was foul trouble. It was a nightmare. But the most important thing going into that game, he had played 36 and 37 minutes to 2 games prior. If you are going to get that type of minute output from LaMelo Ball, he's as good as anyone else on the slate. He just has just an insane ceiling. So if there is 36 to 37 minute upside, LaMelo looks great. Speaking of 40-minute upside, Amen Thompson, you can always play Amen Thompson. There's 40-minute upside routinely. Danis, I think, is fine at this price, as you mentioned. Like likely that everyone on Detroit returns.
Yeah.
Not like the best spot in the world, not the worst spot in the world. I'm indifferent about a $6,900 Danis Jenkins. Truthfully, I kind of feel the same way about Jalen Suggs. Both those players have big time ceilings. I don't feel like you need to really get to either.
Sure.
Tari Eason is playing much better lately, and Reed Shepard's taken a big hit. You can always play Reed in tournaments, but obviously not my favorite thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe
It's kind of
White-
weird, just like the ups and downs of Reed Shepard. He has like a 4-game stretch where he's taken 15 threes a game, knocking down 6 of them, and then he has back-to-back games where he's playing mid to low 20s and off the floor.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a good team trying to figure out their identity, right? Like trying to figure out what their best playoff lineup is. You could play him because he has a massive ceiling because he can score, but it's tough to do right now at 6,400.
Kobe White, $5,200 off the bench against Brooklyn here. Again, I'm going to just throw aside everything that happened against Boston. They had nothing going in that game. None of them did. So you just throw that away. They face Boston, tip your cap, good team, even with the guys they had on the floor. Brooklyn's not Boston. So $5,200 Kobe White, got to feel pretty good about just kind of running that back if you were playing them before, right?
I mean, geographically, if you were just saying northeastern region, you could make a case that they're the same team.
Sure. Like 6 hours away.
You say northeast, then you're like, oh, maybe Brooklyn is Boston,
Would it be? Both being would it be?
Yeah, I think Kobe White looks great in tournaments. He has had a great stretch of games.
Traore's 5K, Brandon Williams. I guess it could be interesting to see if Dallas sits anybody on back-to-backs, but he's 49. Sasser, Shed will start again, right?
Dallas had a bunch of people on the front leg of a back-to-back, so it'd be interesting to see what they do in the second leg.
What do you got for Ingram here?
He's questionable. Quickly out. Ingram questionable.
They started Walter and Shed the other day. They've been starting Shed without Quickly, so.
They benched Shed pretty quickly in that game. It was like 2 minutes into the game. I didn't really understand it, but it was literally like 2 minutes into the game. They're like, all right, you're coming to the bench. They just want the guy to play with the bench unit. But I mean, I'm good with Jamal Shed. I'm a little indifferent about it. If Grayson Allen were to not play, I would definitely look at Jordan Goodwin at $4,400.
I just decrease on Jordan Goodwin here.
Yeah, price decrease. Obviously, if Dallas is without a bunch of guys again, they started Nembhard. He's $3,600. They started him on Monday.
Okay. AJ Green, just kind of out there.
Yeah, but the last couple of games they've been without a lot of players. Like Rollins didn't play. They had 8 players the other day. Rollins didn't play. Sure, but
right? Never know.
Yeah.
Booker's $9,400. Again, there's only 2 players up over 10K, and neither of them are active in this slate. So Booker is one of the more expensive players. Brandon Ingram's at 78. We can talk Jalen Green at small forward. Desmond Bain at $7,400.
Yeah, Book is elite. Things are really bad in Orlando. After winning all those games in a row, they've lost all these games in a row. I think Jamal Mosley's about to get fired. Everything's bad.
Right? Yeah, you have Paolo after the game being like, "I'd like to play with Scotty Barnes."
Yeah, I think their head coach is definitely not long for the job. We saw 2 coaches get fired in like a week. at the end
We
of the
saw two
season last
playoff
year.
coaches last year get fired. So
Yeah, Grizzlies and the Nuggets, right? So it wouldn't be surprising. I don't think we can get to Bane confidently. The price is fine in tournaments. Yeah, and then you'll talk about the rest, or
yeah,
we'll send down the list.
yeah, we'll go down the list. You have Josh Hart at $6,900.
Nice.
Khan is 67. Again, some guys that are out today, but maybe back in tomorrow. So with Najee, Grayson Allen,
Yeah.
Usman Dang is 6K. If you're looking at maybe some Milwaukee plays there at Al Portis and Giannis.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm paying $6,000 for Jang. Like I'm not saying it's a bad play. Uh, I'm also not saying it's a good one. I don't know. I need to like reevaluate Milwaukee tomorrow because it's a gross team with like how they're priced. I mean, they're all kind of priced up. Like Rollins is in the nines. Usman Jang is $6,000. It's like,
Yeah. Oh,
man.
they had time to fix the pricing on these guys because they knew.
I'm as of right now, I'm indifferent about 6K Usman Jang because he's not getting blowout run either. I would enjoy that, but he's not.
Sure.
Like Gary Trent 51. I know he had all those points the other day, but
36
I don't know.
actual.
But
I mean,
again,
listen,
they had eight
if he's
players.
allowed to free fire, then sure.
If he's allowed to free fire is crazy.
I mean,
It's true. It's true, but it's funny that
if you're going to tell me he's going to take 10 threes, I will consider that.
Yeah. That's it's just free fire is a hilarious term because that's kind of how I picture how Gary Trent goes into every game.
Yeah, Gary Trent gets like outlet rebounds or passes and just pulls up from three. Like doesn't even set an
Yes.
offense. Just constant heat check from the tip.
Constant heat check. Yeah.
You mentioned Tyree Eason. He's down to $4,400 here.
Yeah, he's played well. I mean, he's played really well. I'm comfortable at this price because he's such a good fantasy player when he's playing well. And he was smiling after the game the other day with Shingun.
And the man missed a shot for a month. Didn't
Yeah,
make shots for a month, so.
Shingun was gassing him up after the game. He's like, he was just he was just in a slump. Like he's good now, we're good, and he looked genuinely happy. So that's good to see because Tari Eason always looks stressed. Every time I see him, he always looks super stressed and angry.
Yeah.
So good to see him, with a smile on his face, and I can see why. Last two games have been really good. So 4,400, that's a very good price tag for Tari Eason.
Again, Walter's $4,300 here. Obviously, not an easy matchup going against what we assume is a fully healthy Detroit team, but if
I would say possibly fully healthy. I know Duncan Robinson is actually like been playing through and kind of been missing games with a hip injury. That would be the one where like, and Levert might sit. So like we might get the Kevin Huerter start. Kevin Huerter has been super fantasy elite player for Detroit when he gets extended.
Okay.
So I would throw Huerter out there if we did get some no Duncan, no
Are you doing anything with these Brooklyn players?
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't. We're just in a like. None of these teams are like making it appealing, like.
Yeah.
Triori, we didn't talk about, but he played 30 minutes. 3 of their starters didn't close the game. They played 11 guys off the bench. No one off the bench played more than 25 minutes. So, like, but if I buy into Triori here, does Ben Seraph? I mean, Ben Seraph played 25 minutes. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really
want
want
for them either. It's Charlotte. It's not Sacramento this time, so
I don't really want to. I'd probably like, especially if Ingram's out, I'd probably just rather play Jacoby Walter at $4,300, or Herder if they're missing a couple of wings as well. I'd probably play both those players before I played Where's Clarkson? Because they lost McBride. McBride came back and he immediately got hurt
He got
again.
hurt again. Yeah, he is
38. I might even play some. I could be persuaded maybe some Clarkson. I think Shamit's out too.
Sure. Yeah. Small forward. Kevin Durant's $8,900. Jalen Green 77. Brandon Miller 76. And then RJ Barrett is also questionable.
Yeah. Yes, I forgot RJ.
Probable actually upgraded to probable.
He actually he had that random downgrade the other day and then he got immediately upgraded. They're like, actually no, he's good. I mean he had 35 fantasy points in 29 minutes. He just didn't play because they blew the Pelicans out. Definitely good with Durant. Jalen Green, not worried about the back-to-backs anymore. We've actually seen some big back-to-backs from Jalen Green since the All-Star break. So I'm definitely in at 7,700 on Jalen Green. And the same thing with Brandon Miller. Just has an insanely high ceiling. I played him in the Philly game, and he had 16 first quarter points, and he had 3 fouls in the first quarter as well. He played like 1 minute in the second quarter. He played like the final, not even a minute. He played like the final possession, and he went for 29-8 without playing an entire quarter. It's like, but he does do that. Him and LaMelo have a serious like foul issue. Honestly, looking back at it, like Khan was such a good draft pick for them, like to calm everything down, like the craziness that LaMelo and Miller provide. Khan's just like this steady pair of hands, but yeah, I think Miller obviously lightning in a bottle in the spot against Brooklyn.
I mean, this could very well be a good Josh Hart game?
Always possible.
Always possible. Good, decent price for him. Can fill the stat sheet up. I mean, Zaire De Silva's $5,100. Maybe Nance 49.
Not.
Pete,
not with people back. I won't play Pete Nance. He's horrible per minute. He was like fine in like, but like he played 39 minutes and like you didn't even know he was out. Like almost didn't even know he was out there.
He did take 9 shots and 6 threes, so that's at least a bonus. He's
game
not
before
John level.
Well, game before that he took 3 in 30 minutes. So the average is John Conchar level, unfortunately. Like if Dallas is without everyone, I mean they started Middleton on the front leg. I don't know if they'd start him on the back leg. They don't play Clay on back-to-back, so I'd assume they'd have Middleton available. I'd probably pick Chris Middleton if he was starting and Dallas was out everybody. 3,400 is pretty ridiculous.
Okay. Anything else at small forward for you?
Nothing else at small forward.
Okay. Power forward then. Banchero's 95. Towns back to power forward center eligible at 92. Scotty Barnes at $8,900. We've been riding the Scotty Barnes assist train here with Emmanuel quickly out. I might be a little bit more hesitant to run that spot against Detroit though.
I mean, if it's 5.5,
maybe. I don't. There's no way. I bet it's 7.5. If it's 5.5 again, I agree with you. He's gone for double digits in 4 straight games. I think it's going to be 7.5.
I think I'm good playing Scotty in all formats too, especially if Ingram doesn't play. 8,900 is just too cheap for this player. 58 and 59 fantasy points. The offense is back. The assists are back. The rebounds are still fine. And the stocks, he's super elite on that end. So I love Scotty in this spot. He's definitely the priority. Like Paolo, I'm not afraid to play Paolo because he had given us ceiling 3 straight games.
3 straight games of 50 finally, right? Like,
and then played his worst game of the year, and they lose. They were, I don't know if you saw, the Raptors went on a 31-0 run in the second quarter of this game.
Yeah.
So like, obviously a little bit of an anomaly. The Magic are in a pretty epic collapse as it currently stands. So not that they lost is an anomaly, just how that game kind of panned out. But yeah, I think 9,500 for Paolo is playable. And same thing for Towns. We know what Towns' ceiling can be. 15, 18, and 2. You would like to see some other stats there, but we know what the ceiling can be. Scotty is the priority, and I'm guaranteeing he'll be rostered that way as well. But I'd be okay playing any of the top three.
OG Anunoby, PJ Washington, Jabari Smith, Kyle Kuzma is your 6K range. Anybody there for you?
I mean, nothing changes for OG. It's same old, same old. Has a ceiling, has bad games, has a ceiling, has bad games. It's literally the life of OG Anunoby. I think Jabari Smith has been pretty good lately. $6,300, 35 plus fantasy points in 3 straight games for Jabari. We've gotten some like really solid production outside of like the Chicago game, really. I'd be okay with 6,300. I mean, they just play these guys. They play all their starters like so many minutes. So I'm good with Jabari Smith at 63.
24 and 20 rebound chances in that Memphis Minnesota game. Like that's insane.
But then what happens in the New Orleans game? Because
he had 4 rebound chances. He grabbed all 4.
you know what I'm saying? Like that is that not Jabari? Like that's the Jabari Smith we've known.
Earlier in the year, if you remember, I wasn't as bullish on the rebounds because he was literally grabbing every rebound opportunity that he had. That hasn't really been the case lately. He's been more about like 50%, sub 50% on the rebound opportunities. Again, 4 for 4, great. 16 of 24, 12 of 20, a little bit above average. 5 of 11, 4 of 11. He did have 9 of 12, 5 of 9, 8 of 15, 5 of 20. So, the opportunities are definitely there. It's whether or not he can pull them down. And when he does pull them down, he can put up some huge rebounding numbers.
He's a good price in DFS at 63 with his current role. Kuzma's going to be back with the Achilles. It's a pretty good spot. The Achilles always worries me. Like Achilles calf, right? Like that is just the worst area to be coming off an injury. But man, they're so short-handed. I don't know. I might consider it. Definitely might consider it. Like I'd be way more willing to play 61 Kuzma than I would be like 6K Usman Jang or like almost a 5K Nance or like 51 Gary Trent. Like their prices are all priced because they were missing a bunch of guys, right? Yeah. And now some of them are coming back.
Sure. Minot's 51.
Yeah, I might not do that one. So
Royce O'Neal 48. Cheney Johnson's 4K.
Yeah, I don't have any real confidence in anything down here, John. Not gonna lie. Dude,
you don't even have to say any more words. We can just go to center. It's fine.
Okay, let's just do that.
Towns is there. We talked about him already. On the opposite side is Şengün at the exact same price, $9,200.
I mean, dude, we said it the other day. He is just, there's never a world where like he is this 8K player, and the ceiling is never a world where he's like anywhere close. Just because he had a bad like little stretch, his price dipped far too much, and now he's gone for 70 twice in 4 games.
In the last 4 games.
It's like, dude, he is just an elite fantasy player. Mm-hmm. I mean, he does everything. This has been since his rookie year. His ability to stuff the stat sheet has been like very apparent. The Knicks are obviously a really good defense, and he's going to have a tough matchup on whether it's
Towns is when Mitchell Robinson's on the floor.
Yeah, but like, I have
maybe Towns gets him in trouble foul wise. Like if Şengün has to deal with Towns on the offensive end of the floor.
But... Yeah, they could that Spider-Man meme in each other. They could do that to each other too.
That's fair. I mean, Duren we expect to be back. So $8,800 Duren in a game that we think should be relatively competitive. Means maybe ceiling minutes here, and he can go for 60. So I definitely like some Jalen Duren there.
Agreed.
Where do you go? I mean, this in theory should be a good Miles Turner spot. Centers against Dallas continues to feed,
families,
put food on the table.
Yeah, but does he play? I don't like, dude. He has been.
It's been a huge disappointment.
one of the worst contracts of the year, right? They literally waived and stretched Damian Lillard to bring Miles Turner in, and half the time he can't even play over Jericho Sims.
It's not good.
Dude, it's not. I don't know.
Nothing
you said was wrong about Miles Turner. I just don't know if
I mean, tonight at halftime, Gobert has like a double-double, right? So like, what's he got? Gobert's got 8 and 8.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
I mean they just allow, and Randall has 14 points to lead all scorers. They gush points to the paint. Like they just cannot stop anything. But even
Gafford had 3 first half fouls, so they had to play Dwight Powell. So
of course,
they're just.
I'm not like.
You're not wrong. I mean, would you rather play Jericho Sims? Maybe.
Maybe
for 2,000
cheaper. I might. Yeah, I mean, is there like that big of a difference between the players this year?
Honestly, not right now. No.
I think, as crazy as it sounds, like I think
I would play Gafford too for 5K if he's playing back to backs.
I would also play Gafford, and if he doesn't, you just play Marvin Bagley.
So you assume Bagley is back, right?
Yeah, who's $4,500. We got the random Mamu Pop game, so like you can play Sandro Mamukelashvili. You can play him if CMB doesn't play as well. I'd say that's another one. If Duren ends up actually sitting, obviously Paul Reed would be a fine play, and then we know Mitchell Robinson always has a ceiling. Always has a ceiling.
All right. Let's figure out where we want to go with this slate.
Where do we want to go?
Maybe like Scotty Barnes and Duren, something like that.
Scotty Barnes and Duren. Yeah, probably.
I mean, they might be the two. I mean, it'd be him or like Şengün, or we value center play, I guess, right? Like,
yeah, I'm just looking to see if this is like even like a double spend slate. I'm trying to if we even needed to, but it's a lot of like the better defenses in the league. Jabari Smith at 63 looks pretty good on the slate.
Play Jabari at forward.
Do we have? Where's our value here? Let's look.
Just double center with Jericho Sims.
Probably not as a core play. I get wanting to play him. I don't know if I'd classify him as a core play, but I'm
Clarkson 38. This is core play example lineup build, however you want to label it, I guess, right? Like,
Jacoby Walter is going to start.
Are Eason at 44?
Eason, I like Eason at 44. Okay. Yeah, Goodwin at 40. I mean, there's a lot of potential for this.
We'll do Eason here. All right. So White, Barnes, Duren, Eason, Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Just an example lineup. Again, we're recording this the night before. We'll have some injury news and updates for you guys when we do the live show at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We appreciate the support. We'll catch you later.